Yeah, so
Welcome to
back.
the outdoor photography show.
It's a good job you said it, not me.
Yeah, I know.
I mixed up a second ago, didn't I?
So this week is our first segment of the Be Brutal series. Been quite a good response, to be fair. We've got
Is it eight?
Eight
Eight
people.
people, yeah.
Eight people.
Eight
Eight people.
people.
I sound like Geordie there. Oh, can't be doing that. So
Don't be doing that, mate.
Yeah.
You get turfed out with Sunderland, that's for sure.
So you might have seen on our socials that we put out just for people to sort of enter or submit their images for us to sort of review. I think we'll give a little bit of context as to the reason why we're doing this. So,
Should I go first, or do you want to go first?
No, I'll go. So the Be Brutal series come about because a lot of people don't really take kindly to constructive criticism. So, and when they do get it, they don't like it. So, and then when you do get it and you posting a picture like across different platforms, you give CC, you give CC, and you get people jumping down your neck that wasn't even part of that person's image, but it comes across the wrong way. So, have I said that right?
Yeah. To be fair though, I think. Well, if anybody that knows me knows that I'm brutally honest. If you post a photo in a group and I don't like it, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Do you know? But I try and do it in the most positive way.
Yeah.
To be brutal.
I think the thing is with this Be Brutal series, it might come across as being brutal, but you're never going to grow and you're never going to learn.
Well, this is it.
You don't.
It's the thing is with photography, it's an art form, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think if someone's going to give you a tool or a suggestion, and you think, oh, you know what, I'll try that. It might improve it. It might not. But I think every suggestion that someone gives you, or every bit of criticism that someone gives you, it can either make it better, or it can sort of make you see it in a different light. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Say you post a photo from Glencoe. By the way, Glencoe trip soon.
Yeah.
You what? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's too dark. But obviously you've been editing, you've been editing 100 photos from that trip. You go blind to it. Do you know? So you don't see that it's too dark because the rest of your images are already dark anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So having like a nice set of fresh eyes on, or like even if people just say, "You do this, do that, take that out, take this in," you know what I mean? Take this in.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's a good thing, but don't take anything the wrong way. I know this is the Be Brutal series, and yes, we're probably all going to be a bit brutal, but to take what we're saying on board.
Maybe you, mate. I'm going to go soft on people this week. This is the first one. Ease them in.
But you know what I mean. Don't take it the wrong way. So we'll jump straight in. So I've got everything here. So we've never really properly had a look. Well, I've glanced over because I downloaded them, but you haven't seen them.
Well, I said to you, didn't I? I said I don't want to see them. I want to sort of do it as like a live viewing type of thing.
Totally raw.
So
thoughts.
yeah, that's what we're going to call it, aren't we? The brutal series going in raw.
Boom. Right, so we'll kick this off. So first we have Lee Oliver. What we'll do is I'll drop their social handles at the bottom of this video just so you can drop people to follow if you want to follow them. So we'll kick this off with Lee Oliver. So do you want to choose one? You choose two photos out of each person?
Yeah. Right, I'll go 1 and 3.
So first photo.
So for me,
just going to turn the brightness up there so you can.
Yeah, so for me, composition, spot on. Central framing, nice leading lines off the trees.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think he's nailed that photo.
Well, to be honest with me, I think...
I know our editing style is different, but I love that edit. I think the only major criticism is I might have brightened up the subject a bit more.
Yeah, well,
I think they blend into the foreground and the background a bit too much.
I think, for me, I think I've had a radial filter.
100%.
And sort of like, not done it as in like, not like a vignette, but a bit more subject based.
Yeah.
Of the
The
Do you know
thing
what I
is,
mean?
obviously we don't know how he edits or what he edits on.
Yeah.
But for me, I think obviously if you're using the new Lightroom as well, you can highlight the subject only rather than doing a radiate filter.
Yeah.
Just to bring them like the shadows up a little bit more, just so you can have a little bit more detail in both the subjects. But I think, like you said, framing wise, the edit, I think it's bang on. I mean, I love the mood and the mist in the trees and everything. It's just like
another little thing as well. But I know he doesn't use Photoshop. I'd move that twig out the left hand side bottom.
Yeah, I think there's something.
There's like
twig
bracken
there,
or something.
There, yeah.
But I think apart from that, I think the shot's perfectly fine. I think it could be done with a little bit of fade. Do you know like make it look a bit matte?
Yeah.
To make it look a bit like, I don't know. It's sort of like, for me, it's like 98% there. Do you know? There's like little bits.
I think we don't know how people edit and what they're editing on. They might not have
the tools.
The thing is, sometimes you don't even see it. Like I've done photos before where you're editing, you post it, and then you've done it to me. Like you do realise, like you've got a dust spot, or sometimes you're just blind. And
well,
this
is what I'm saying. So if you go out for the day, like say I go out for the day now, and I'll be happy if I get 2 or 3 photos.
Yeah.
Do you know? But when I was shooting first,
you just get trigger happy, don't you?
Oh, my gun was like a machine gun. My camera was like a machine gun. And it was just like
when you've got like 500 photos.
Yeah, and it just once you start doing that, it's like use for your wildlife. Like I don't like wildlife at all.
I think if you're going out and doing like so this like candid or portraiture or landscape, I think sometimes you take a little bit more time, don't you? Like rather than just being trigger happy, you're actually concentrating on your composition, like what you actually.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that if you like wildlife, for instance, if you're going out, it's the same with street. You put it on high burst, and you're just taking 20, 30 photos because you might want them stepping a certain way, or a bird in flight a certain way. Do you know, like a bird looking at a certain way. Do you know? So when you're going through your photos, you have a look through 100 photos, 200 photos of the same thing.
Yeah,
it's sort of like it's just fucking monotonous. Pardon my French again there. That's a fair swear word I said today.
We're going to try and do I've just done it now. We're going to try and do this without swearing.
But yeah, like I say, it's like 98% the way there.
100%, yeah.
It just needs
100%, 98%, yeah.
Yeah, little tweaks, do you know? But for the first image, and for someone who's only been shooting a year properly,
yeah,
spot on.
So you said number 3, didn't you?
Yeah. Now, see, for me, this, right, when he put it in the group, I was just like, that's it either, or you've mirrored it, because it didn't look as in like it was a.
So when I first look at that photo, it looks like he's faked the reflection.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. I thought it was like an AI reflection. You know, where you've sort of like you've put like
you've done your lasso
like a mark,
tool around there,
like a lasso tool, and then you just sort of like copy and paste, flip it, blend it a bit. Do you know, like make it a bit like fuzzy. Do you know, so it's not perfect. And I was just like. Nah, he's faked that, and he was like, "How would I do that, man? I'm only shooting on the phone."
I think he edits on the phone. Doesn't
he? Edit on the phone. Yeah, sorry.
Was that your?
I've never met him, so I wouldn't even know what he sounds like.
But I don't even know what to say. Like, I think the reflection's mint, and you know it's real because of the scene.
Yeah.
There's going to be no ripples in that water because it's a standing puddle.
Yeah, well, this is the same as before. I think it's for me. Yeah, I think it's spot on. To be honest with you,
I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
I know this is like the first person to send photos in, and he was like, He was like, oh, just do what you want. You know, tell us how it is. You know, but like, why are you sending us photos that are like perfect near enough?
I think the only thing I don't like is these leaves and how like saturated they are.
Trees have leaves, you know, though.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think they're a little bit overdone.
The rest of the scene, it doesn't match the colours. Yeah, I think
like the framing's perfect. I think just for me, I think the reds and the oranges is just too much. And it's probably shot in the autumn, which I totally get. But
do you know what? Now I look at it now, and you mentioned about the leaves. I reckon it would have been done with like a far before crop. So like
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not use the whole shot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like the dog's more central than it is like
So
further
he
down.
has actually sent 5 photos in, so I'm just going to flick through to see if there was. Should we talk about that one?
Nah, it's fishing. I don't want to talk about fishing. Fishing's
No,
boring,
we've done
man.
2. We've done 2, and I think he's for someone that's been shooting a year, like you say.
Yeah,
I think
like I said,
it's bang on. It is
from the stuff that he put in first to what he's doing now, it's like
I thought this was meant to be the
it's
big
like,
brutal series.
I
That
know.
just wasn't.
I told you I was
going
going to go soft on him.
Right, I think this person might have sent 5 in. So before I click on his folder, what?
Right, so I can see his name there, Daniel Twist, and he's a good photographer.
Oh, do you know who he is?
Yeah, he follows me on socials, and he is a good photographer. So I'll go. Oh, you picked the numbers this time anyway. So if you said, well, he's sent 5, is he?
I think he sent 5, so I'm going to go. So you went 1 and 3 before, didn't you? So I'll go 2 and 4. I don't know why that would make any difference, but that's what we'll do. Oh, he's only sent 4 in.
All right, 2 and 4 then. See this
Man,
photo.
why?
This photo. Like I've already told him this because he put it on his story.
Well, I don't follow him. I didn't know who he was. He replied to my story, so I presume he must have he follows me. I follow him now, by the way.
Yeah. If you follow his stuff is really good, really good. And this photo, when he put it on his story, I was just like, wow, this is unreal.
Do you know what
But this is a bit of me, see.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
See, I'm not going to say that I don't like it, because that's what I'm going to say is not what I mean.
Go on, say what you're saying. It's a brutal series,
like,
man. Crack it.
For such a boring subject, he's made it work.
Well,
Like, why would anyone find wind turbines fascinating, or how can they make a shot out of it? Do you know what I mean?
I've done it plenty of times.
I know, but they're not exciting, though, are they?
No, well, it's sort of one of the things that.
But I think it's because he's obviously shot it at a reasonably, or quite, what was that? Maybe 1/3 of a second, maybe.
So, yeah, just to get the nice wind on the
because
sand.
obviously there's a lot of wind and the sand's moving. But I think if that shot didn't have that moving sand, it wouldn't be that shot.
Yeah. Now, see, for me, like I've done a lot of shots with the chairbands, and for me, it's like although they're a blight on like you like the landscape or seascape, whatever you're shooting, but I think it can add something as well. Do you know? Because I think it's sort of like it's a little bit of a subject. Like, imagine if that wasn't if them chairbands weren't even in the shot. It wouldn't be this. It would be
look wicked with someone standing there with an orange coat on, or like looking out.
But if it was just that sand, that sky, no chairbands, it'd be boring.
Yeah.
Do you know? It's just the fact that them chairbands are stood still, and it's sort of like, I think he's caught it perfect.
Be brutal.
He's caught it perfect. I can't be brutal.
This is not starting well.
I know. It's.
Yeah, you've nailed it, mate. Composition, mint, framing, class. I'm lost for words. I've literally got nothing bad to say about it. I think there's one thing on that photo that's catching my eye, and it is really annoying. I don't know if it's a rock or something. That black dot there. I know it's really nothing, but it's all I can see.
I know, but you know what? Now you said that, right?
It's all you can see.
No, I can see the other ones. Oh, down here.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the bottom, where he's used the gradient filter to darken it up, you can see one at the bottom.
Yeah. But it's part. I know it is.
Picking there.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I'm just literally trying to find something bad. So number 4.
Good old Steatley.
Yeah.
See, for me, I like it, but it doesn't. It like a shot. It's a good shot. It's a well shot shot, but it doesn't tickle my.
No, if I'd seen that shot, it would be something I would scroll past.
Yeah.
It doesn't like instantly catch my eye. I think the one thing that I do like about it first though is the sky. I love the split of what looks like to be a storm.
Yeah.
Yet the sun on the other side. I do quite like that. But
for me, the shot's well balanced. So you obviously got the central pier, nice tufts of grass, which go in a V.
I don't like, and I know it's there.
Yeah.
If you were to remove it, people would know you've done it.
Yeah.
I don't like the left hand side what was it? Like an old pier or something? Two
No,
old piers,
I
or
think it was the I don't even know, to be honest with you. Just the wooden things.
yeah, it distracts from the image. But like again, if people weren't from the area and you remove them, they probably wouldn't know.
Yeah,
But I think if you are from the northeast and you know Stately Pier, you know that they're there.
Yeah,
and you know
yeah,
that you'd remove them.
Like,
Whether that would be an issue or not, I don't know. For me, it probably wouldn't be. I don't care. If you're going to make the image better, remove them.
Well, I think that I've already told loads of times. Whenever I think of composites, if you sort of tell people, I don't think a lot of people are bothered. Do you know what I mean? It's just when you do composites and remove stuff and make it look like it wasn't there in the first place. It's like putting
while
Milky
on the
Ways
subject
in
of composites, I was watching. What's the bloody northeast YouTuber called, man? Got it in my head.
Thomas
Heaton.
Yeah.
His new video.
I was just saying it's the only one I could think of.
His new video, mint, like something like fresh.
Right.
Where he was like sort of talking about big major photography competitions.
Right.
People when they're actually doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing to it. So there was this photo of an elephant and it actually looked like AI. But I think he won it, but then just got disqualified because he'd masked over this like big slit in the elephant's ear.
Right.
And then halfway through the video, as he was talking, his wife coming. Obviously, didn't see his wife, but obviously must have stopped and restarted the video. Yeah. But his wife actually realised that he didn't just mask the ear out; he'd swapped the ears to the opposite side.
He swapped the ears on the elephant,
like it was part of the detail of the elephant.
Yeah. Like war wounds, yeah.
So he won it and then got disqualified. And there was a lot of other people, like wildlife stuff.
With a mouse?
No.
That grinded my gears at me. Like, I don't do wildlife.
That's the same sort of thing. So if you watch that video, because it's actually quite interesting.
See, I don't do
that. To me shouldn't have won, because I know the rules with that competition aren't really like
they're not
strict about it.
Yeah.
But you're not catching that animal in the wild. You're setting the scene up.
See, for me, I think if you're going in any competition, right, the photo should be as is.
Yeah.
Should not be staged, framed, or anything. It should be as is. So if you go for a walk, if you go with the kids and Steph down to name a woods near you, Hawthorne Woods, and you'll see a massive deer, you take a shot, right? If misty and everything, then you start putting razor lighting and stuff like that. I think although the shot,
I think I would.
You can add stuff to it to post on socials.
I think I would do that on social.
Yeah,
but I think if it was for a competition, I wouldn't
exactly,
do it because I would be mortified if you've won, but then got that retracted because you'd manipulated it. You'd be mortified.
Yeah. I think that's why
especially the competitions that he talks about, because they're not just like pretty little
the big ones,
like National Geographic, like Nikon wildlife photography, like big competitions.
Yeah. I think it's just that. I think that's why a lot of them say that if you're going to send it in, you need a JPEG and a RAW.
Yeah.
Do you know? So obviously the JPEGs, obviously you posted, like you processed image, and your RAW is your proof that this is how it is. You know what I mean? But I think every competition, no matter what competition, well, even the small ones, should be like that.
Yeah.
Because you see it day in, day out when you see these people.
I've just ended a local one, actually. It's for sale.
But with a deer with loads of razor lighting.
Yeah, it was a deer on the pier with a wave coming over.
It's a fabulous way AI can do.
It's local. I think it's run by one of the travel agents up here.
All right.
But you have to take a photo within seeing.
Right.
And you win, like, so this one, I think it's to win a hotel stay. There's a new hotel on the seafront.
All right.
You win a hotel stay for 4, I think it is.
That's
and then at the end of the year, whoever's won each month goes into a main prize draw.
Right.
To win. All it says is to win, make sure you have your passport, wink, wink. So it's from a travel agent, so it's obviously to win a decent holiday, but it's good. It's good local little competition.
There's no airport in Scarborough.
Anyway, back to this image. I think he's editing on it.
The editing spot on, but if you look at his photos, he edits the same style, so that's to fit in with his feed. Like I say, mate,
not saying it's
the shot
for
me,
image,
well balanced. It's just a bit meh for me. Because I'm not a massive fan of Steatley. I used to be when I first started.
Yeah.
But I think Steatley now...
It's an ugly looking player though.
Yeah.
He's probably caught the best angle of it.
To be fair, it's coming down.
I've heard.
So to be fair, in years to come, people will be like, "Where the hell's that?" Well, it's been knocked down,
It's
mate.
one of them like keep safe images.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
do you know?
So yeah, so that's his images.
Right, next one.
So do you want to choose? We know him.
Yeah, we know Sam.
He was a second. He was
I
a
have to be brutal with this because he was saying to me, "It's going to be a good laugh. This. It's going to be a good laugh." So right,
I'm going to let you take this because I know Sam and I know his images. Not all of his images, but I would say a good 90% of his images
Yeah.
are unbelievable.
Yeah, so I'll go 1 and 5. Right. So,
Go on then.
Mr. Sam Hodgson, right? He
Again, I'll
loves,
put the socials down
Yeah.
below so you can.
he loves Ribena. Like Ribena, isn't it? If you look at the water,
Is
the
that
water's-
right being a filter?
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Pink rocks, pink sky,
Pink lighthouse?
yeah, pink lighthouse. I know he's added a bit of side light in it, but obviously the sun obviously is obviously there. It's just
I think he's up the purples a
yeah,
little
it's
bit.
just not a. It's just not a.
It's not natural, mate. What are you doing?
Just like little bits. So like if you look at the right hand side there, you could have cropped that out or photoshopped it out.
Oh, that tiny little
You know
rock.
what I mean? Because that little bits like that fucking knock me. It's like the same up here. Do you know what I mean? Tiny little bits like that.
I think if he just brought his crop right the way down and just left them rocks in, I think it would be a lot better.
The thing is though, if you look at Sam's feed, he shoots wide a lot and he likes the bit of he likes foreground.
Yeah.
Do you know? But it's like tiny little bits, like little bits of rock on the edge of the frame. Just I don't like it. Do you know? It's sort of
Sort yourself out, mate. Sort yourself out.
yeah. Just give up photography, mate. Right. So what did I say?
He's-
One and
He's
5.
been brutal, but I actually really like it.
I can't. I have to go hard on him, man.
I know.
I have to go hard.
No, but like for his edit, it's I like it how he always edits really soft. Like he always brings the clarity down a little bit, and it's like. And we'll move on because you just want to say something nice, don't you? Because you like it, but you want to be brutal.
But, do you know? I was when I seen the photo. So when I see the 5 photos on the screen, right? I was sitting in my head. I was thinking to myself, I hope it's one of my compositions that he's copied. I hope it is. I hope it isn't. To be honest
Do you
with
want to have a look at the other one?
Yeah, go on then. 5.
Because I've got to skip through it for 5 anyway. So
skip through him.
that was the one that I hope you were gonna.
He loves Saltburn, like.
Go on then.
See, this is a shot that I've wanted for ages.
Where is it?
To Scotland, St Moonans.
Oh, I think
It's
you've mentioned this.
it's
to me
up past
before.
Edinburgh, so you go up over the Firth, and it's like around the coast.
What's he doing going
See,
on about?
he was dogging, I think. Long way to go dogging, but it worked. See, for me, like he loves his seascape. If you look at his feed, he's
Yeah, he's
predominantly
all- yeah.
seascape. And I think for me, like
Oh, they
this
can see it there.
type
So
of
he
shot.
send warnings, long exposure.
Oh yeah, St Moonans, yeah. For me, I personally would have done a shorter shutter
Exactly
speed
what I was going to say.
because
I'm
he
on the-
knows I'm not a fan of like misty water anyway.
I just, it's one of them. I was going to say exactly the same thing. When I shoot water, and this is obviously personal preference, I hate what there's no detail in the water.
Yeah.
Like for me, I would have shot that maybe 1/5 maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
just so you can get you can actually physically see the movement in the water.
to be
me,
fair,
to do a shot like that, I always think of when you're doing like 30-second and beyond exposures.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
more like fine art, black and white fight. That's what always reminds me of, and it's not for me.
for me, I think if you're going to do long exposure, like a long exposure to get the water like smooth or misty, I think it needs to be something like Puzzle Rocks.
Aye.
Do you know which is up past I think is it
Northumberland.
Low Newton it is, where you've got like separate rocks with gaps in, where the water can go through and it looks like the
Misty between
the rocks.
cracks, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the only time I think. Or if you're doing, I don't know, you go to like what's one next to St Mary's?
Old Hartley. Isn't
Old
it?
Hartley. Do you know where you got like big rocks where it looks like the mist can come round the rocks?
Yeah, definitely.
But I think for this, I think it needed to be a slower shutter speed. And I think I pointed this out to him before because I'm sure he sent me this before, because probably the same with you. You get people say, "Oh, what do you think of this shot?" Do you know? And I like it. The framing's nice. It's just everything else, and obviously the sky. But obviously you can't do nothing about the sky unless you do a composite.
No.
Do you know? Because obviously the sky is.
I think the
On the
sky
day.
suits the foreground though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it all like.
But I think with the sky, it's sort of a bit
Meh.
flat.
Flat eye.
It's like the water, flat.
I think you can see clouds, but obviously because he's up the exposure of the sky a bit by the looks of it, you're missing that detail out. But the clouds that's there are stuck on the horizon.
Yeah.
So there's no detail above
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like it would,
Like I say, that unless you're going to do a composite to change it to like a nice
Yeah.
clouds.
which he doesn't do. By
No,
doesn't do.
no.
So
Obviously the sky is as it is on the day. You know.
can we please have some photos where we're going to actually be brutal
I know.
here? So that's Sam
Hodgson. Who's this?
So this is Craig. I didn't get his second name. So numbers. My turn.
Your turn, yeah.
We'll go for 2 and 3. I know this person is literally just. I'm not making any excuses, but he's literally just picked up a camera.
Is this the new lad?
The new lad. He's just picked up a camera.
I can't think what his second name is now.
I don't know what his second name is. Again,
give him a
socials. I think his social is actually north underscore east underscore lens.
Oh, because
the one that I actually
hang on.
remembered. It's the one that I actually remembered.
So his name is Craig Cowan.
Craig Cowan.
So for someone who's just started,
This is all you. Because I don't. The streets is not my thing.
so for me, I don't know whether it's just my eyes, right? But it looks a bit green,
It has got like a.
like a green tinge
Yeah.
to it. So I think he's brought the contrast down, the colours down, to obviously make the reds pop and the oranges pop. But for me, I think it's just
It's a bit dark.
no. I think for me, I think it suits it because it's sort of like it's meant to be look like they're eating off a bin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's supposed to be a bit like
What a place to.
like gringy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gringy.
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 I'm still in Christmas. What is that? It was sort of like between grungy and grinchy. But yeah, I think it's just it needs the green. It's just don't play about with the colours. Like for me, just if you're gonna do street, just do it black and white.
Because it's forgiven.
I love black and
We
white.
can
mate.
get away with a lot.
I love black and white.
Framing, what do you think? I think he's
I think
nailed the framing, isn't he?
The framing's all right, but I think it could have been done pushed to the left a bit. So like,
I think what I don't like about it, and again, I'm not a street photographer, so what I'm saying probably doesn't make any sense, but I like the subject in the middle. What I don't like is the clutter behind it with the people.
no, see for
It
me,
blends in too much. Like say this woman to the right with her coat,
yeah.
it's confusing.
No. See, for me, if it was pushed over to the left, right, and brought these two people, so these two people were equal. So imagine a line going in the middle,
Yeah,
and the two people were in the middle.
yeah,
These other two people would have been in a straight line as well.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the bin would have been off kilter, but the subject is the people, not the bin.
yeah.
If that makes sense. Or is that just?
No, I get what
that's
you're
just
saying.
my eyes.
I do get what you're saying. But again,
It's a car.
I've got to be brutally honest here, but that's terrible.
Yeah. No,
Like
like,
the framing, I get what you're trying to do, but the framing it's.
to be fair with him, for picking up a camera, how long has he been doing photography
I
for?
think it's literally within like weeks.
Weeks.
I
Yeah.
think
So I think he's obviously trying to find what works for you and what.
Trying to find his style, isn't he?
Yeah. I think it's like I said earlier, when you pick up a camera, you just shoot everything.
Shoot.
If it's not nailed down, you shoot it. Do you know what I mean?
I want to be brutally honest and just say, like, if you're going to be shooting cars, you need to either choose a detail within the car that works on the car. Like shooting a headlight doesn't work. Not unless the headlight's on.
Yeah. But even still, like
you need more of. If he moved further to the left, so he was getting that front wheel in more, and then you were getting more of the front end of the car in.
yeah.
Probably would work.
Now, see, for me, I think if you're doing shots in car parks, you have to do detailed shots because
But choose a detail. It feels like
like the badge.
He doesn't know what part of the car he wants to shoot there.
Yeah, like if it
Do
was
you know what
me,
I mean?
I'd have moved over to the right and shot the badge because
Yeah.
I know that's a BMW, isn't it?
Or the wheel.
Yeah, I'd have shot the badge on the front, do you know, and obviously I don't know, try and use the lights on the top of the on the roof
Yeah.
to put like a line through it or something.
But
Do you know, I do something like creative with it. But
again, I think he can get what he's trying to do.
I think it's
But
like
for
you
someone
say,
that's been shooting for
he's just
weeks, 4 weeks max or whatever it is that he's been shooting for.
yeah. I think he's trying to hone in his settings to make sure like to see what settings suit which.
He's actually reached out as well and said, obviously I've said to him that I generally just do street waterbouts and it's not my thing. I'm more of just going out and having a bit cracking and walk.
Yeah.
He said he obviously wants to have a tag along, which is fair enough. So I've said I'll
It's the same applies to anyone though. Like if you've got a camera, like I know most people who watch this have already got a camera and already sort of know what they're doing. But if you've got a camera and you don't know what you're doing, like just shout out.
Yeah,
do you know we don't bite unless you want us to.
Yeah, we might come across as absolute pricks on the podcast, but we're not, honestly.
Yeah.
Liam might be, but I'm John.
Hey, I'll have you know I've settled down. see how honest and soft I'm being with people.
I know what's going on here.
Just the second episode is getting it.
This is just an easy win.
Yeah, I mean, like send us some like shit shots. Doug, send us some good stuff. But yeah, I think he just obviously he's working out his settings, working out his composition style, and he's just I think he's, for someone who's been shooting a couple of weeks, crack on, mate. You're doing all right.
So next one, I think this person's only sent 2 in. Now, from looking at his feed, I think this person shoots quite a lot of like documentary street stuff. So,
right. So firstly, for me, it needs the bottom of the frame needs to be brought up, so there's less black.
yeah,
I think the style, like I said, I don't know the bloke's obviously style of shots for his Insta feed. Has he got a lot of photos? Or is it just, or is it just like?
I can't remember. I did look.
Your phone? You show me his feed.
I haven't got the list on my phone. 2 seconds.
Like you say,
Why do you want to get a feel for what he's?
I just want to have a little feel because for me it looks like a film camera shot. It's like an off the cuff, like Fuji film shoot or something. Yeah, Fuji film. I told you, didn't
I? You actually follow him? The bearded Scott?
Oh yeah, he's actually just followed me. Yeah.
So he must have followed you through the podcast or something, maybe. But he does shoot
a lot of documentary stuff.
Documentary style.
Yeah, and as is, it's not none of this.
So like this stuff here, like,
and his
class.
Yeah, he's also shooting with the camera I want to get.
So I actually spoke to him, and he said that he does quite a lot of like protest stuff and that sort of documentary or news style stuff. So this shot here is not really like.
No, I think this is.
I can see what. I think it's got the potential to be a good shot. What I don't like is the fact he's shot it out of a train window or something. I don't know, but the window's minging.
Yeah. To be fair though, I think
he did actually explain in his email the reason behind his shots. I think this one he said he was travelling and he'd literally just pulled up at the location after like a 12-hour flight or something. Right. It was a snapshot out the window. I don't think there was actually any thought process in the actual image.
Knowing what camera he shoots and what he shoots from his feed, I think this, like I said, but barring the bottom of the frame where it needs to be brought up a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 5x4 or like a 1x1 crop would be perfect.
Yeah.
But as is, I think it's just off the cuff shot. But I think all the muck on the window and everything adds to the shot because obviously from what he shoots in his feed. Do you know? And obviously the editing.
I always look at like nice and clean.
Yeah, and I think
I do get what you're saying.
The editing's flat, which is usually what you get when you're shooting a crappy Fuji.
Getting all this sort of stuff, your style.
Yeah. So yeah, this type of is he only sent 2 on he?
Do you think he's in Turkey?
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah, he's only sent 2 in, yeah.
See this, like The shot's all right, as in like the shot itself's all right.
That
But
van ruins it.
I don't like the colours, mate. The colours are just
I think it needs to
off-putting.
be a little bit more. It needs to be a lot bluer.
I don't think it needs to be that. I think it just needs to be as is. I think I think he's for me, he's gone for the cinematic look. Do you know when you see
Yeah, I know
cinematic?
what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like teals and
Like a Chinatown type.
yeah.
Like,
You
thing, isn't
sort of need. I know there's a lot of fluorescent lights in there, but I think you need if you're going to pull that off, it needs to be hustle and bustle, like loads of neon lights and fluorescent lights, you know, like, stuff like that. But
see,
I just think
quite like when you've got lights like this in a shop for like night stuff. I love bumping that blue up a little bit. I just love that like night cold blue look. So like a North Border style. Do you know what I mean? Like that sort of edit.
You do like all that type of stuff, though, don't you?
Yeah,
like, I like North Borders, and I'm not into all that, mate. Like they're decent to watch, but I don't like the way they edit photos half the time. But yeah, the colours aren't for me. The shot's all right, colours not.
I think one thing to say is I haven't really been that brutal. Not really, but for the people that's actually ended, you can enter as many times as you want.
Yeah.
You can send photos in like every series you do. Don't just leave it there. Send more in, and don't just pick your. I mean, I got a question off somebody. I can't remember who it was. He was like, "Oh, do you want good photos or bad photos?" I went, "Completely up to you. Send us a mix."
Well,
because
for me, I think if you want CC on stuff and like criticism in general, I think send us photos that you're quite unsure about.
Yeah.
So if you've got a backlog of photos, say if you've got a backlog of photos that you've got fucking thousands and thousands of photos. If you've got photos that are sat there, like, oh, I don't know whether to send them into socials or not, or like post them or how to edit, or just send them ones in.
Yeah.
Don't be a Lee and don't send us your best shots. Do you know what I mean? But this next person, Tony Nellis, you can talk about this one because I don't do wildlife.
I'm totally new to this.
I don't do wildlife. Oh, has he sent wildlife? Yeah, he has sent wildlife. I mean, shit. So yeah, I don't. As a composition, spot on. As a subject, I don't. And I hope Tony doesn't take this in the wrong way, because obviously when he posts photos, I don't like him because I don't.
Wildlife's not your thing.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I don't want him to feel like I'm a bit of a. Well, I am a bit of a prick.
Well, he probably already knows that.
Yeah, I am a bit of a prick. I know this, but I just hope he doesn't.
See, for me,
feel like I'm doing it just for him, because obviously it's wildlife. I don't do wildlife. If you like, look at anyone's wildlife shots, I don't like them. Do you know what I mean? Or if I do, it has to be like something that I've not.
Honestly, this Be Brutal series is not brutal at all, because I've got nothing bad to say. I love the framing, I love the edit, I love the way he's sort of brought the light in from the right.
Yeah.
Has he added snow into this, or is that actually real? Who knows?
See, I thought that.
Looks added into
I thought they added. I thought it looks like he has as. I can't even get my words out. I thought he
like overlay, like a snow overlay type of thing. Which, I mean, if he has, it works. It's not like a bad thing.
Yeah.
And you could, and if he has done it, you can pass it off as being real because of the fact that there's snow on the tree or on the branch. As for the subject, I mean, I know you don't like wildlife, but for a wildlife photographer or someone that loves wildlife, everyone loves a blue tit.
Everyone just likes tits. But
what nearly went a whole hour.
I know, but that was a little bit. It was alright, wasn't it? It wasn't vile and vulgar, was it? Or as Adam was saying the other day, potty mouth.
Oh.
But like as it goes, the composition's spot on. I like the composition.
I think for someone that, again, he hasn't really been shooting that long. Really, he hasn't really. I think he's what a couple of years maybe. He's still quite green in terms of like photography.
Yeah.
And he's because I think because he's obviously his partner, his missus is right into wildlife conservation and whatnot. So he's gone that route, and he's nailing it. He is really nailing it. He knows what he wants.
I agree completely. Is that if you find your niche, and you concentrate on your niche, you're gonna nail it. Do you know what I mean? And I think it just happens that his missus works in conservation.
Yeah.
So he's sort of like, he's fell in lucky.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Do you know what I
he
mean?
has, because he knows locations that probably other people don't.
Exactly.
I'm not picking
Yeah,
us
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a blue tick. You find them everywhere.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think quite a lot of his other photos that he does shoot, he's got access and privileges to, like,
Places that people can't go. Yeah, or places
which
that.
is fair enough, because
Yeah, yeah.
I think the problem with this world is it's the same as like urbex and stuff. It's like when you find a location urbex, it's like
I know, but you know when you
it's-
start sharing locations with people, and then all of a sudden you fall out with people and stuff.
yeah, I know. Aye.
I had to bring it in. Now see this.
This is the other one that I'm choosing these images.
See, do you know?
Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, we'll
'Cause
talk about this one.
That's
Right?
what I wanted to talk about, but we'll talk about this because
He's got an eye for birds in peculiar orientations.
yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
should see his street shots. But it's a good photo. It's a good photo. It's really, really high detail. Like a lot of detail in it.
Topaz.
Well,
I'm joking because I know to hear that because he says he doesn't use it. Which,
of course he does.
if you look how he's,
Of course he does. Every wildlife photographer loves topaz.
I don't think
I think he's got the premium subscription.
I think he has. I think he has.
No, I like it.
I mean,
I like
it says in the file name Topaz.
Tony Topaz.
What you like for, Tony?
But yeah, I'd like to say
It's one of them images though, right? That you probably very rarely see again.
is it a wax thing? Is it a wax one?
I don't know.
I'm sure that's a wax one because I'm sure he shared the hell out of like wax wings for the last week or two. So,
which I think they're quite rare. I think they're quite hard to sort of.
I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not too sure.
Again, it's one of them images that because of what the bird's doing, you're probably very rarely going to get that shot again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a unique.
I'm just checking the exposure on the video. So if you
Hairs all over.
But yeah, what have you got to say about it?
But exactly what I've just said. It's one of them shots that you're probably not going to see again. I love the detail and like the reflections in the eyes and stuff. Just unbelievable. I mean, the twigs with the berries on the front, like it's a little bit distracting, but it's not like end of the world. It's part of the image because you know why the bird's there.
See, as the composition for me goes, I think the berries are there because it's like, whoa, you're looking at, you've just disrupted me eating. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just
I mean, he could have tried photoshopping out.
Add some more berries in.
I know topaz do it, yeah, I think, don't they? So I'm surprised there's another go at that.
Generative fill.
Yeah.
You just put the bird there.
Yeah. But yeah, like you say, as a whole, it's a decent shot.
We'll not talk about that photo because I love that.
It is a really good shot. That.
In fact, we will talk about it. Tony, you're getting 3 photos here, not 2.
Yeah, it's a really good shot.
But do you think that looks like a CGI bird?
It does.
It looks like AI, but I think I don't know if I.
You've said it before.
I think I said it, but I don't know if I said it on this image or if I've said it on another one. And actually, does the way he's edited it with really, really soft and like artistic. It looks like it's just totally like mid-journey.
Do you think that's topaz as well?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't care if it is.
Just say yes.
I don't care if it is.
Just say yes because he's listening.
I use topaz, so I'm
but yeah,
I know for a fact though that Tony hates it when you say he uses topaz. But Tony, mate, if you use topaz, so what?
Only amateurs use topaz, by the way.
To be fair, the camera he's using, he shouldn't be.
I know.
That's the reason why he doesn't use it. But yeah.
But yeah, I like the shot. I think the branch on the right hand side could be done with taken out. But
again, I like it because it helps the framing, I think.
I know, but I think if it wasn't in, imagine how balanced that was.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do you know what I mean? But like,
it's wildlife. It's one of them things where you don't really manipulate them.
Yeah, it is as is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the where it was, and that's how it's been.
Yeah.
Tony got 3. Sorry, I had to.
You're lucky.
I know, you're lucky. So, last one.
I don't know what this is.
Choose a number.
Do you know?
No. I did actually.
How many's he got in? Do you know?
5.
5. I'll go 1, and then you pick 1.
4.
Not my cup of tea.
No, it's very.
It's yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Like the
Is
image.
that dust on the screen?
Yeah, I think it's. Or not? Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's loads of white spots on your image.
I actually thought it was burnt pixels there. Yeah, I'm not a fan. There's no real subject for a kickoff.
No. I don't. There's no foreground interest really. That's going to lead you into the photo. It's just all because of the way it's edited. Like the foreground, it's just totally yellow.
Yeah, I think
unnatural.
I think what they've done is they've used the temp slider.
Yeah.
And tried to add a bit of warmth through it. Because I think if they've it looks like they've shot something like a 15-second or 12-second or something like that. Might even be 30 seconds.
Do you know what? I don't know what system he's using, what lens he's got. For me, what he would have been best off doing is moving way over to the left, if it allowed him to, with a zoom lens on, and then that looks like a church. And focus on the church as your main subject. You could even be at a distance and have the church like central in the distance with the sunrise behind. I think that would have worked better. But because there's a building off a farm or building to the right, then you've got the church like off centre to the left, and then another building. It's not balanced.
For me,
I think it could have. It's got the potential to be a good shot, but you just needed that interesting subject to like draw you in, and it hasn't got it.
I think for me, if it's obviously it all depends on. So, Ballantoy, where the hell is that? Ballantoy? Never heard of it. I think it all depends what lenses he's got.
That's what I mean.
I think portrait shooting through the fields to the church with the nice sky behind it. I think that'd have been a perfect shot.
You can get away with having like that like sort of grand vista shot, as long as you've got a subject, but he's got no subject.
Yeah, so just sort of like
landscape or portrait. With probably portrait, you're probably right, would work better with the church. It looks like a church, doesn't it? It does look like a church. I think it is a church.
Yeah, it is a church. Yeah.
Totally central to that frame. You can get away with shooting way, like if he hasn't got the lens to get in close.
Yeah.
Say like a 24-70 or whatever, 16-35 or whatever. You can get away with shooting way back as long as that was central to his frame.
I'd want to know is, do you know if you sent any details with it? No, you had it on your PC and that, but
it was the last person that sent something through, so I'll just quickly check the email.
I'd like to know his thought process on it. Do you know? Stop recording, I think.
What's stop recording?
GarageBand.
No, it hasn't.
Oh no, it's
still going.
I couldn't see this moving. That's all.
No, I don't know what's going on. What have I done? You're messing things up now, Liam.
There we go. Yeah.
No, it doesn't say. To be honest with you, looking at these, I didn't even want to look at these other images there, but I've accidentally looked. That's probably his worst shot out the one he sent in, to be fair.
And he's sent 5. I tell you what we'll do 3 of his then, just to make it a little bit fair. I like it.
Yeah. See what I mean?
I like it. Like, I think that's just a one-off shot.
Now, I love the shot. I love the flare. I love the edit. The one thing I don't like is I know he's got a subject there, but you can't see him.
Yeah, well, I think the edit as a whole, it's. I don't know how we can say this, because obviously you can't sort of like. I can't think what you can't. As the scene as a whole. So obviously you got oranges, you got greens, and you got a little bit of turquoise in the bottom, but you can't pinpoint the subject to make it pop, because the subject, it needs like a yellow jacket or a blue jacket or something. Do you know, so you know it's there.
And even like, I know the stand on the rock, I probably wouldn't have positioned on that rock, I would have been like sitting at the side or something. Or
Yeah.
I think
I think
I
I'd
get
be
what you're trying.
where.
I get what you. I do get what you're trying to do, and I do love them shots where you've got like a person subject in the shot, but you can't see them. Like
I think it'd have been perfect just sat where the
that's
the
what I
red
mean.
light's coming in.
Yeah, just sitting where the light with a. I think when you're doing shots like this, you can get away with that coloured jacket if you're in like doing like a cliff, like a cliff shot
Yeah.
something where there's no like nothing in the background. You've just got like sea or sky or whatever,
Yeah.
so the subject can pop or they stand up a height. But I think because there's like a load of stuff going on in the image, it's just lost.
But I think the image as a whole, 95% there,
Oh yeah,
99%
love
there.
it. Love the
But
colour, love the edit.
Obviously that person's obviously hidden in plain sight. If that makes sense.
Either don't have the person there,
Yeah.
or have the person.
I mean, don't get me
somewhere
wrong.
else.
If people can see it, and obviously they can see the person's there.
Thing is, though, posting that on socials, you might obviously it sort of crops it in a bit on Instagram and stuff, doesn't it? So you might see that subject more. 2, 3, or 4.
Pick any. This is that is a classic shot.
I know what you're going to say straight away, though. It's not central.
Yeah, I don't like it because it's off centre. Plus,
is that the one in Ireland?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dark edges in Ireland.
See, I know you can't do nothing about it, but
I've never been there before, so I don't know.
I've never been there, but I've seen a
you've
lot of.
You've got to. By the looks of that, you've either got to have the path central, or the tree central. You can't have both.
Now, see, the shots I've seen of this.
But I could be wrong because I've never been. So
the shots I've seen of this are either very, very first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you get the light coming through.
Yeah, you get a lot of light coming through, and if you get the conditions, you get a lot of like fog and mist and that as well.
I think again because of I agree with what you're saying. It probably needs that light coming through. If you're going to shoot it during the day, you need that. And again, I think you need a subject.
Yeah, well, I just from the shots I've seen, dark edges, this isn't for me. Sorry, there's nothing else I can say because it just doesn't make any sense to me. The shot for somewhere that's a honeypot shot.
He hasn't maximised the potential.
Yeah. Do you know?
I mean, this blanch in the top right as well. I'm not that keen on that. Like, I think for me, I would have got down low and zoomed in a little bit more.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Again, all this is subjective. What we think, think is not good.
I just
think
if you're going to do a honeypot shot,
you've got to nail it.
Yeah, you've really got to. It's sort of like there's a lad I know just come back from New York, and he took a shot that I've seen done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and he's nailed it. And I think if you're going to go somewhere, that you're probably not going to go again.
Yeah.
Or if you are going to go again, you're sort of fucking cyclists. It's sort of like if you're going to get a honeypot shot, you need to nail it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or have your own twist on it.
If you're going travelling, you need to nail that shot because you don't know when you're going to get back.
Exactly.
If you make a mistake on a shot that's local, you can go back and correct yourself. Do you know what I mean?
I think, like I say about honeypot shots.
But I don't know where he shot me from Ireland.
Well, I think most of his shots, from when I see the name, because obviously he might have been to Ireland on a workshop, or if he lives there, obviously it's local, you know. But I don't know. But like I say, it's not for me. From what I've seen of that particular location, it's just not for me at all.
I think it'd be quite good to try and get like a story behind people's images as well.
Yeah, I think that's why I like street more, mate.
Because it tells more of the story.
It's sort of like, I don't know. It's like I've got loads of. I know it's a weird thing to shoot and weird thing to say, but I like seeing people eat. Do you know? I've got a lot of photos,
especially when they're by themselves as well.
Yeah, I've got a lot of photos. Like the best photo I've probably ever done of someone eating is sort of last night. It's on a train. It was on the metro. Probably the first time I was on the metro. Spat on you there.
Right.
And she's like, "This is a bag of McDonald's fries." You know? Do you know? And I just think that it's sort of like last train home or midnight snack. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? I think it sort of tells a story type of thing. But
well, that's it.
Yeah, I think the next brutal series, I think we need people to send in some photo. Like I say, if you're unsure of the photos that you're going to post on social media of out of like your backlog, send them in.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's sort of like,
And to be fair, we haven't really been that brutal. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but I mean, if people are sending in like
well,
bangers,
you sort of can't criticise good shots because they're good shots at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
and if they're getting everything nigh on perfect, as in like with the framing, the editing,
Yeah. Do you know, it's
like,
sort of
everything
like,
combined is like, what can you say? That's
exactly.
unless
exactly.
you really don't like the style and you don't like the subject or whatever, you can't really say anything.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
that's it. I mean, that's all. I wasn't expecting it to get through them all. I was expecting to probably transfer some of them entries into the next episode, but
Yeah.
we've flew through them, and
But yeah,
it's been all right, hasn't it?
it's been alright.
Good,
It's not a bad second
good start.
episode. And like I say, if you've got any feedback to give us, don't be shy. Like, be brutal.
We know the
Be
last
brutal.
episode that we put on was horrendous in terms of the audio, and I do apologise. I mean, we were recording in the rain, the wind. It was a silly thing to do. Really, we shouldn't have done it where we done it.
I know, but to
In
be
the
fair,
conditions that we done it in.
the name of the show dictates where we shoot.
Yeah.
So if the weather's crap, there's not a lot we can do about it.
Yeah.
But that in mind,
I think it's more forgiving if you were watching the video, because then you'd understand. But if you literally just listen on like sort of Apple and whatnot, then you're only getting the audio. You can understand why people probably just turn it off.
But that in mind, like, be forgiven. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously, in time, it's going to get better.
Yeah.
It's just
this is all like totally new to us, and we're podcasting, just learning. We haven't got the full
grip of it yet.
Yeah, and all the equipment that probably is needed to do it, to get that crisp, clean audio. So just.
But it's
bear
coming.
with us.
It's coming. It's coming. But yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Again.
So I think going forward, like I said, follow us on socials again. All the links are below in the description. But just to keep up to date with what we're doing. So the plan really is that we're going to be doing the Be Brutal series, Question of the Week, Photographer's Journal, which is going to be like interviews with local photographers. I think that was the only couple of series we were doing, rather than just general chit chat.
Just general catch up and see what we've been
I
doing.
think we're going to try and do a little bit more tips out in the field. So because we're doing the recordings like outside, we're going to do more like tips and stuff.
But like I say, like if like I've said earlier in the episode, if you want to come out with us,
drop us a message.
Drop us a message. No, because it's just, we don't bite, and anyone's welcome. Do you know?
Definitely.
Anyone.
Definitely.
If you've got good crack, there is anyway.
I think we're local around here. There's a lot of cliques, isn't there, within groups?
Yeah,
I'm not one of them people like with like.
I think it's
not bothered who comes out.
We're all the same. We're all on a journey to learn, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, so just.
None of us are like pros. None of us are. No, we're just all.
Well, you think you are?
Yeah, I think I am. we'll go out, have a laugh, get a couple of shots, go for a pint. Yeah,
it's usual crack, innit?
Yeah.
But like I said, if anyone wants to come, just give us a shout. Give it both of us a shout or one of us a shout, whichever you want to do. And just be lucky. Watch what you're doing and take it easy.
Yeah. Till the next episode.
See you later.
Bye for now.